Good evening everybody, and once again welcome to the video. This video is gonna be lab number 14, where I'm gonna be teaching you how to create a database and a glue crawler using serverless framework. So the goal essentially is to write infrastructure code, right? Now, as you know, you can also use Terraform, but I am a big fan of serverless. I love serverless and it makes things very easy. So in this video, the end goal of the project is to essentially create a database, right, and a crawler, right? When you essentially run the crawler, you can now query that data using Athena. So if I refresh this is the end goal of what we want to do. Okay, so if you click on preview table, I should see the data here. Okay, that's the end goal. All right, let's get started with the video. So let me adjust my screen and then I'll go step by step on how to do this. So if you come to my labs, this is gonna be lab number 14. You'll find two files, serverless.yml and .env file. Okay, so now opening up .env, don't worry, I'm gonna delete all the credentials after this, so not to worry. Here I'm saying the database name, right? Whatever database name I wanna give. Here I'm giving the table name, essentially, whatever table name I wanna give. Then here I'm giving the ARN for the glue, right? The ARN that has permission to create database and run glue crawlers, right? This is my target target path. This is where my files are in this S3 directory, right? And a crawler name, whatever you like, okay? Now let's head over to the YML file where all the interesting thing happens. Now, serverless allows you to use CloudFormation syntax. So for example, you can say glue crawler. So you can just search for glue crawler, and this is how I also essentially do every time, right? You want to click on the link, and I'm just showing you essentially the steps, and then I'm gonna show you the code. So as you can see here you'll have a YML file. All you gotta do is read each property and then define the value. So now let's understand how we have done this. First thing, serverless, I'm giving it a name, right? .env as true, provider as AWS, and region as US East 1. These are the tags. Usually it's always good practice to have tags. So here is the main part, right? I have two items here. I'm saying I have a glue database and essentially a crawler, right? So here I'm saying type as AWS glue database, yeah, right? This is the account ID that I want to create for, right? And the database input name means $env. So from the env, this is the variable name, colon, the value. So it's going to inject this value, okay? So now this is how I create the database, and this is how I create the crawler. So the first thing I say is type as AWS glue crawler. This is a CloudFormation syntax, right? But I'm using it in the serverless framework. Properties, database name. Again, it's coming from an environment variable. Name, this is the name of the crawler, right? The one that you see over here in the crawler section, crawler data, right? So $env means in the environment variable, search for this variable and inject the value here, right? This is the property called recrawl policy. We are saying that crawl over everything, right? In the location. Role, this is where I will pass in the ARN that will have the permission, right? Then here I'm just saying target, S3 target, and I'm providing the path. As easy as that. Now, all you gotta do to make this work is you gotta say SLS deploy, and the entire stuff would be deployed to our AWS. It's gonna create a CloudFormation stack, and it's gonna do all the beautiful stuff for us. So as you can see, it has been updated and deployed. So now I have my crawler, I have my database, right? Sample DB, right? And then I can come here and I can run my crawler, and then automatically I should see the database on Athena. So I hope you have enjoyed this small walkthrough tutorials on how to create a database and a glue crawler using serverless framework. Remember, there are several ways. You can also opt with the CloudFormation. You can write code in serverless.yml, and you can also use Terraform. I'm a big fan of serverless. I have been absolutely loving it from when I started exploring, right? Which is why I use serverless in almost all my AWS project, right? Makes things very easy, right? So I'm gonna leave the source code in the description section below, so you can download it and you can play with the code. And if you're wondering about the rest of the labs, I have about 14 to 15 labs. And if you come here to my GitHub section, you will see lab number 14 shortly. All the videos are here, steps are here. Hopefully you should have all the materials in the description section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I just wanted to create this small video so you guys can know, hey, you know what, you can also use CloudFormation YML file in your serverless, right? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. This is how you can create glue crawlers and database essentially using Serverless Framework. I'll see you guys in the next video, and if you have any more questions, kindly post your question in the comments, and stay safe, keep smiling, keep programming. I'll see you guys in the next video.